I'm Jay Woodruff, a member of your parish committee. We're glad you are here online or in person in our beautiful sanctuary on Music Sunday. I hear the Mozart Mass in C major, so-called Coronation Mass. Our mission is to build community, search for meaning, deepen our spirituality, and make a better world. We invite you downstairs or online for community time following the service. Welcome to all visitors here today. If you have questions about First Parish or Unitarian Universalism, someone from our membership team will be at the welcome table downstairs during the coffee hour to greet you and answer any questions. Reverend Lisa and Kate Howland, our Director of Lifespan Education, they're both also available after the service and would love to meet you. A big thanks to all of our other service participants. We have quite a few today whose names are in the order of service, and please remember to silence your cell phones for our time together. Please join me now in taking a moment to say hello to one another. And off to the left is the all-seeing eye. To connect to those who are online, you could wave to them. A heartfelt welcome to all. Let us now turn our hearts and minds to worship. We have an announcement today from Lois Dorr and Linda Collins regarding a new program for Family Promise.
Good morning. I'm Linda Collins. We're just bringing you an update on the Family Promise project that this church has been involved with for so many years. The congregation began its association with what was the fledgling Family Promise Metro West in 2008. It was originally called the Interfaith Hospitality Network, and many of us volunteered in hosting 4 families for 2-week periods in the nursery school rooms right over there in the parish house. That space functioned as an overnight shelter for people. Fast forward, and we're past what we've been doing recently is providing meals and donations to the program, which is now housed over in Natick in their permanent building. They have programs that venture far and wide beyond that, and we have a new exciting opportunity for the congregation as a whole, and Lois will tell you more about that.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. So Family Promise has invited First Parish to participate in this exciting new pilot program to support families that they serve. The program is called Walk with the Family, and it would support one family in the Sale or Life program at Family Promise. These programs are for families at risk of becoming homeless or have already moved out of the shelter and may need additional help. And we at First Parish will be matched with one family based on their needs and what we think we might be able to provide to them. The selected family and we as volunteers will have continuous direction and support from the Family Promise Metro West staff coordinators. Then that will happen for a period of several months to a year. So whatever we can do would be sincerely appreciated. Hopefully a bond and a connection would develop between our church members and the family we are supporting. Our Family Promise team of Linda Collins, Suzanne Reitz, Peggy Holland, and myself are on board to help make this happen beginning next month. Today we're hosting coffee downstairs in the vestry with help from Donna Olmsted. Well, please join us there. We'll have more information, including a list of possible types of support activities, and we'd love to hear your ideas and maybe some of your interest. Thank you for continuing our long and meaningful partnership with Family Promise Metro West. Hopefully we can soon offer some essential help to a local family challenged by economic and housing insecurity. Thank you.
Thank you. And now Lynn Kavanaugh will come up to light the chalice.
With open minds and loving hearts, we gather to search for meaning, to care for one another, and to work together for a better world.
This morning marks the second Sunday in Advent in the Christian tradition. Each week until Christmas, we light a new candle on the Advent wreath. The circle of greenery reminds us of the eternal cycle of all life without beginning or end. The candles remind us that we are each called to admit our glow amid the pain and suffering facing our world. This morning we light 2 candles. The second candle is a symbol of our longing for peace, bringing our hope into the world as we practice peacemaking. Together, may we strive to create a lasting peace. And now, good morning again. Welcome to our semi-annual, Music Sunday, the day we celebrate music in all of its glorious forms. I'm Reverend Lisa Perrywood. I'm the interim minister here at First Parish in Wayland. My pronouns are she and her. And how glorious is it to be able to hear Mozart's Coronation Mass in its entirety today. What a gift. Delayed by the pandemic, and it is a testament to the persistence of our wonderful music director, Polly Oliver, our talented soloists and instrumentalists, and dedicated choir. Again, how lucky are we, 3 years and 1 pandemic later, to have the gift of this beautiful piece of music. We're very excited to have all of these wonderful instruments here today. You can see we have quite an array, as well as wonderful, talented singers, and again, all led by our own Polly Oliver. And now, before we turn to enjoying the talents of these musicians, we invite you to rise as you are willing and or able, and join in singing hymn number, looking here, it's not 39, is it? 319, thank you. Oh, sorry about that. How could I forget? Austin and I know each other from First Parish in Lexington. Welcome. And now please enjoy our invocation. Thank you. Thank you, Austin. That was beautiful. And now, please rise as you are willing and are able, and sing hymn number 239, Go Tell It on the Mountain. Is it 230? Yeah. The offering we give each week is a symbol of our commitment to this faith community and to the life and works of our congregation. Instructions on how to donate online are in the order of service. If you are here for the first time, please let the plate pass you by. You are our guest. We receive your generosity this morning with gratitude and in appreciation of all that sustains us. The offering will now be given and gratefully received. Just beautiful, thank you. Good morning again. We so often hear it said that Mozart was a musical prodigy, a child with exceptional talent. And there are many reasons for that. By the time Mozart was 4 years old, he could learn a song on the clavier, a stringed keyboard instrument, in just 30 minutes. He composed his first piece at 5, the Minuet in G major, which is numbered Cashel number 1. He was highly skilled at the violin by age 5, wrote his first symphony at age 8, and his first opera, Apollo at Hyacinthus, at age 11. It was Mozart's sister, Maria Anna, who wrote down all of his compositions when he was a young boy. Promoted by their father, the two siblings toured as Wunderkinder, wonder children, until she was 15 and was forced to retire since women were destined for marriage and children, not the stage. does make us wonder how many talented young women were lost to that now outdated convention. Mozart's full name was Johannes Chrysostomus Wolfgangus Theophilus Mozart. His family nickname was Wolfie, and he called himself Wolfgang Amadei. Amadei came from his middle name, Theophilus, which is Greek for lover of God. In Latin, it becomes Amadeus. He often playfully signed his letters Wolfgangus Amadeus Mozartus, and he has become familiarly known as Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Mozart was a well-known prankster, including creating a piece called A Musical Joke that was played out of tune to make fun of bad composers. Hopefully they had a sense of humor. He also had a fondness for scatological humor. For the kids, that's jokes about poop. And he often included crude jokes in letters to his family. Here's some other lesser-known trivia. Mozart was an animal lover. He had dogs, a favorite fox terrier called Pimperl. He had cats and birds, including a starling that may have been smarter than his dogs. The bird was taught to sing the opening of his piano concerto number 17, K453. Also in the animal vein is the Haitian Eleutherodactylus amadeus, or Mozart frog, which is named after Mozart because its croak resembles musical notes. You should go online and listen to that. Just Google Mozart frog. Mozart was famous for his fashion choices. He loved to dress well, spent large sums of money on extravagant clothing and the latest fashions. His sense of style was yet another extension of his creativity. He loved games of all sorts, knew many card tricks, and loved to eat, especially liver dumplings fried in clarified butter with sauerkraut. In 1784, Mozart joined the Freemasons, a secret organization dating back to the 11th century. Some of his most popular works, including the Magic Flute, were inspired by Masonic values. Mozart's wife, Constance, was also born into a very musical family. He fell in love with Constance, and despite his father's persistent disapproval, the two eventually married. They had 6 children, though only 2 boys, Carl Thomas and Franz Xavier Wolfgang, survived. Constance was a trained musician, and Mozart was often influenced by her musical tastes. Upon his death in 1791, at age 35, Constance was left penniless. She worked tirelessly to raise funds to publish Mozart's works, organize memorial concerts, and eventually co-wrote the first biographies. Mozart's exact gravesite is unknown. As was typical of the Austrian middle class, Mozart was buried with others in a common grave in St. Mark's Communal Cemetery. Only the aristocracy was buried in marked graves. However, a 3-meter monument to Mozart stands in his birthplace of Salzburg, Austria. It was made in 1859 and unveiled in the presence of his sons. Mozart wrote the Coronation Mass in 1779 at the age of 23, a commission of the Archbishop of Salzburg in honor of the commemoration of the coronation of the miraculous Virgin of the Maria Plain. The Mass was an immediate success. First performed at the Salzburg Cathedral, played again for the coronations of Leopold II, King of Bohemia in Prague, and Franz II of Bohemia, who became Franz I, Emperor of Austria. It's a vast composition for soloists, choir, and orchestra, and Mozart's most famous Mass of the 20 he composed. This magnificent work with alternating choir and soloists and its brass fanfares embodies the brilliance and the richness of a grand opera finale. Eventually, Mozart's music spanned every style and form of his time. His timeless appeal, musical mastery, accessibility, and inspiration have made Mozart a bridge between eras. He was, without a doubt, a musical genius. I'll end with these 2 quotes. From Leonard Bernstein: Mozart's spirit of compassion, of universal love, even of suffering, knows no age. That belongs to all ages. And in the words of playwright Arthur Miller, Mozart is happiness before it has gotten defined. And now, before we enjoy this masterpiece, I'm going to ask you again to please rise as you're willing and are able and join in singing hymn number 231, Angels We Have Heard on High. Polly and choir and musicians, how wonderful, what an incredible gift you have given us. And Polly, for your vision, your determination, your passion for holding this piece in your heart for 3 years. We are so very grateful. Let's show our appreciation again. And now our closing words are from Walt Whitman. Give me to hold all the sounds, fill me with all the voices of the universe, the tempests, waters, winds, operas and chants, marches and dances. Pour in, for I would take them all. Friends, take all the joy, the sounds, the voices, all the music of this fabulous morning out into the world with you. Be a blessing to all those you meet, and may you yourselves be blessed. Amen. Blessed be. And now please stay seated for the postlude.